Hey everybody, welcome back to D-Zoned. Let's see what we got today. We got PAINLESS.WAD in D-Zone 3. Doom 1 WAD, E2M1 replacement. Let's see what the text file has to say. Painless by Patrick Hips, aka Patrick's CompuServe user. I don't know what the hell username is. No.vacancy.666. Yeah, not really sure what that would be, unless it's like an IRC server or BBS, something like that. Anywho, additional credits to Raphael Quinet and Brendan J. Weiber for do. I always have to like stop myself and like, is it Brendan or Brandon? Well. Anyway, Colin Reed for BSP 1.xx. Bill Abella for music in the co-op demo Target. I'm guessing that's probably his CompuServe user ID. Dr. Sleep for being a good buddy. May he rest in peace. All the gamers and Doom junkies like myself, ideas are still pouring out. Now I'm kind of curious if Patrick Hips has any other works out there. Painless is my final level for Doom. Interesting. It encompasses all the things I've collected about the Doom engine into one level. Although the level is large, it will save with no problems. Side note, what he means by that is that if there's too many things in the level, it'll actually end up like Doom will be able to save the file but not open it. Basically doesn't have a large enough buffer to hold all the things, and it just crashes out to the DOS prompt. Obviously it's been fixed with source ports, and now we can save on Cosmogenesis with no problem. Anywho, deathmatch and cooperative starts are available in the level, so feel free to frag your coworkers / friends / relatives / spouses / selves. Instructions, that's obvious. Disclaimer. Okay. I assume no responsibility for anything of any sort in any way, shape, or form now, then, henceforward, in this life, or the next several, for any screw-ups, or even minor inconveniences this PWAD causes you, your family, your relatives, friends, ancestors, associates, employers, pets, neighbors, lovers, deities, major and minor, nor any other person, living, dead, or undead, that you have or will have ever... I was on a roll too. That you have or will ever have any contact with in even the slightest form. This PWAD has been tested and tested ad infinitum. I always mess up my Latin. So it shouldn't mess with your computer or anything else remotely associated with it. But if it does, then too damn bad. Don't come crying to me. It must be something you did. Copyright John Anderson. Okay then. Episode and level, E2M1, single player, co-op, deathmatch. Yes, 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 you're kidding, right? Difficulty settings, ultra-violence only. This is Doom, proof that that kind of elitist attitude never really stopped, I guess. New sounds, yes. Music, care of Bill Abella. New graphics, no. Demos replace demo 1, sit back and watch. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. Maybe at the end. I don't know. Depends on how long this takes. Base, new level from scratch. Build time, I ain't done yet. I'm guessing he wrote the text file and in advance. Editors and utilities used. Do 5.0, 5.1, and 5.21 by Raphael Quinet and Brendan J. Weiber. BSP 1.0 and 1.1W by Colin Reed. Doom and Doom Data Editor, TED 1.2 by Peter Monks. Won't be seeing that. Known bugs. Hired the Orkin Man. No bugs. Well played. Unknown bugs. Let me know if this one makes sense. Alright. So, may not use this level as a base to build additional levels. You may distribute the SWAD, provided you include the files with no modifications. Well... this is fun. Author's note, if I see this level on one of the many CD-ROM diskette collections being sold around D-Zone, there'd better be this text file with it. Okay, so thumbs up on that one. If you have any questions about this, see 2 above. I'd also appreciate an email letting me know if it's... let me know it's getting duplicated so I can go out and get the damn thing myself. Where to get this WAD? FTP. So, yeah. I think that's going to be it. So, let's go ahead and see what we got. After all this time, almost 5 minutes. So for the music, we've got Postmodern Muck by James Paddock, and for the intermission, we have Dreamgate by James Paddock. Let us go. Okay, well we're just gonna walk past that and go around. I imagine this, yep. Okay, and yeah, I want that shotgun, but I don't want to get too cocky. There we go. Alright, that was a pretty warm start, I gotta say. Gonna grab the ammo from over here, and I guess we'll continue on to the next room. Oh, yeah. Also, another thing to note, the WADnator did replace the music, or did introduce music, which means that the music was left out of the WAD file, or WizardWorks modified it, which is entirely possible, because we've seen that before where WADs were supposed to have the music. Why are these the texture? I mean, there's a pattern to it. It's obviously intended. It just, I don't get it. I kind of get it. It's a nice little flourish. Anywho, but yeah, I've seen that happen where they will just like rename lumps and things like that, especially for demos. Presumably, the reason they do that for demos is to get away from the incompatible version error that you would often get if you were, say, trying to play back a 1.1 demo on like a later version or whatever. However, I'm not sure why they would do that for music. The only thing I could think of is maybe they were concerned by like the amount of copyrighted music and they didn't want to get sued by like Metallica or whatever. Okay. Because I mean, let's be honest, even nowadays, there's a lot of weird copyright issues with various Doom WADs. Just mostly for the music. And actually, no, not even really just for the music. There's a lot of sprite borrowing, we'll put it that way. Which, hey, I get it. I'm not particularly graphically inclined. Yeah, come on. It's really more for me just amusing than anything else, especially since no bad seems to have come of it yet, so fingers crossed it stays that way. Alright, well, blue door, red door, we ain't got no keys, so let's just continue onward, shall we? There we go. Actually, going back to the copyright thing, I think it also probably helps that most of the graphics was taken from, like, other shareware games. Yeah, like a lot of borrowing from, like, Duke Nukem 3D and, you know, like Hexen and Heretic and these things. But, yeah. Not sure they're as inclined to give a damn about that. No, I'm sure if someone went through and, you know, used weapon model rips from, like, Call of Duty for a Z-Doom mod, that'd probably be a different story. Anywho, back to the level. So I gotta say, overall the themes are pretty well conveyed. Like, it's not... I could definitely believe the author when he says it's kind of like a culmination of everything that he's learned. Yeah. Some things that look maybe a little bit on the flat side, but I mean by 90s standards, yeah, I mean, didn't exactly have the best tooling. So, like trying to subdivide textures, yeah, trying to subdivide sectors was still a bit of a pain in the ass. So, those shells, a little weird to have like a little jumping puzzle to get to a box of shells, but I suppose it is a, oh, okay. But I suppose it is a big box of shells, so kind of makes it worth it. Alright. Shimmy, 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 till the break of dawn. Yeah. It's probably an easier way around. Actually, there is. What am I doing? Jeez. Okay, now I gotta know. Now I gotta know. Is it possible to SR40 off of that one ledge? Well, it's possible to SR40 onto that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. And I could have grabbed this one the whole time. Well, we'll just save that one for a rainy day. How about that? Also, kudos for giving me the chain gun. I like how I have the rocket launcher already, too. Although, be a little scared to use it in these close corridors. No. I was kind of expecting... Okay, I was expecting a little more than that. Overall, this is pretty tame so far. I really need to shut the hell up. Honestly, good use of a Baron. Because you know what? It's not that you can't deal with them with a shotgun. But, definitely gotta be careful. Gotta be a little clever with your movement. Because he's going to close in if you're using a weaker weapon in the rocket launcher. And if you use the rocket launcher, you gotta be careful with face rockets. So, overall, actually worked out pretty nicely. And that's the thing, it's like, I always like it when Barons are not used as walls with hit points. And in cases like that, it actually kind of makes them into a genuine threat. So, yeah, kudos. This Baron, on the other hand, this is a bit more wall with hit pointsy. Maybe not even that so much, it's just kind of, oh, shit. I take that back. Actually was a pretty decent use. Because unless you save your rockets for this one, you're not going to have enough to take them out, and you're going to be forced to trip the trap. Or, you know, fall back, I guess. That's always another option. Because, oh, shit. Did not expect anyone else to be ambush flagged. But yes. Something you can just leave. Yep, that was, wait. How did they open that? Oh. This is... Okay, so one of the things in Doom, if you weren't aware... So you see how this secret wall has the same, like, color as the surrounding walls? That means it was properly marked as a secret. Which means that monsters should not be able to open that door. However, I think what ended up happening here... If you watch any Doom speedrunning, you'll be familiar with the Monster Condos skip with Barney, the friendly archvile, where he'll open the red key for you because the red key door for you, because the line at the back, well, basically the door is too thin, so he's able to hit the line in the back. I think that's what happened here. Like, when I was over here, the pinky was in the corner, and because they're always trying to activate lines... He activated through the secret line and hit this one. Pretty sure that's what happened, because that should not have been possible if that door were thick enough. Alright, well anyway. Man, we're covering some ground today, aren't we? Yeah, it's chain gun time. Oh my god, this room... This is my least favorite room of the map. And I haven't even walked in yet. I guess on the bright side, at least the Lost Souls can't open the door, it seems. Although, wait a minute. Does that mean that I'd be soft-locked if I got trapped in there? Well, we have the rewind button, so let's find out. Okay, I guess they just never had a chance because I was killing them too hard. What can I say? I tend to have that... the Lost Souls tend to have that effect on me. So is there anything behind here? Ooh, that is painful floor. So, anyway, to answer the question, no, there does not seem to be anything behind... Oh. Rad suits. But why? Are we gonna have to do some slime spelunking later? it just like raise the ground or something? Oh. I was gonna say, because that's jumpable. Not with that pinky being there. That's a bit nasty. Because what would probably end up happening is you would just basically, if you tried to jump for it, which honestly was my immediate reaction, you would just basically hit the pinky and either just not be able to move, get bitten, or just end up getting flung in like a weird ass direction. A little strange, but hey, whatever. Well, we didn't get any more keys. And I did hear something open. Oh, well. It's a bit unusual. I don't think that was actually... Yeah, that one actually wasn't flagged secret. Alright, so anyway. There was another lift on the other side. So let's go ahead and see what that has. Yeah, why not? Okay, I thought I saw something on the lift. Apparently not. Hello. Good evening. There you are. Fall over. Thank you. Okay, so computer area map acquired. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain. There's a secret we missed back in the starting room. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, shall we? We did end up getting the red key. I wasn't paying close enough attention, so I'm not actually sure exactly when I picked it up, but we will go... Well, that was just too obvious. He says, as he grabs it on the way back and didn't see it on the way there. Yeah, whatever. Oh. Wait, what? When did that open up? And all it had was a demon in it. What the hell, man? Alright, whatever. At least we got it, I guess. Anything in here? Negative. There is... Oh. Clever. I do wish I had this sooner. Oh, what the hell? Get back here. What the hell are you doing, man? Come on. You pain in the ass. Sorry I don't like knuckle sandwiches, but... Dude. Yeah, that's right. Bullying Kako demons. Kinda makes you feel bad. Kinda. Oh. Sweet. That was some actually nice and little environmental touch here. Pinky with pinky food. Not sure how you would have seen that, but then again, you do get the computer area map, so... I mean, there's a lot of ways of making secrets discoverable, and that is certainly one of them. Oh, shit. Just kind of push forward a little bit so we can take out our chain gun and deal with business. Excellent. I'm guessing those little extra line defs in there were probably... Oh, shit. Okay, anyway. I'm guessing those are probably just switches so you can get out of the elevator if you ride them up. I don't know if I would have made the elevators in here. Yeah, probably. Yep. Yeah. I think I would have just had them stay down, personally. But, you know, whatever. Right, so, yellow door is back this way. Actually, pretty effective use of all the keys. Well, I'll save the evaluation for the end. We still have one enemy to kill and one secret to acquire. Secret is apparently down there. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot in the actual yellow key area. But hey, at least we'll be able to kill one thing with the plasma rifle, right? Right. Damn. Okay. So I guess there is something in the slime. Oh. Sneaky bastard. Anyway. Yellow door. What do we got? I mean, I got the ammo for it. Screw it. Awesome. And bonk. Actually quite a good level. I like it. So yeah, I'm not sure about that gentleman's earlier works. It'd be kind of interesting to check it out, just see kind of an evolution. Maybe we'll end up getting some more of those later on. I guess we'll see. But yeah, that one was really good overall. I mean, I guess that's one of the things. Like, if you're going to only implement one difficulty, you better do a good job of it, and I would say he did. Pretty well balanced traps. Difficulty wasn't really, you know, super intense or anything like that, but yeah, it had its tricky moments that I could see really causing like players from the day to stumble on a little bit. Decent use of traps, although some of them were a bit unusual, like just instead of just lowering the wall or whatever, just having a lift that would just keep going. That seems a little strange to me, but yeah, whatever. Some decent secrets. I mean, overall, this is just a pretty damn good user level for Doom, especially when you consider it was like before 1996, most likely. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I don't really see any faults with it. Let's go all out. Let's give this one a 10. I really don't see any major faults with it. It seems like the level's pretty well balanced. It plays fine. Gives you enough resources. It doesn't inundate you with the super high-end ones. Like, you don't see it giving you a BFG and like 600 cells for dealing with shotgunners. And the I would say the level of power you end up getting for each secret is directly related to how discoverable it is. The only one that I found really strange was that one with the pinky. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was just like another way of like reinforcing backtracking. I don't know, it seemed odd to me. That was the only thing that was like maybe a little bit off, but no, outside of that, this was a good map. And I do commend the effort here. I'm kind of curious if this is truly his final map, or if he ended up going back and creating more. But yeah, I don't know. Would be maybe interesting to look into this further. So maybe I'll do that after I wrap up this recording. And speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and do just that. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.